Seems the house that Roger Ailes built is slowly becoming a house divided against itself. Within Fox News, the commentary side of the operation has increasingly pushed dubious stories and narratives, and Fox's newsroom has been more aggressive about setting the record straight.
Fair, balanced.
From the beginning, the mission at the Fox News channel has been clear: demonize the left.
Why is it always the left that does this stuff?
Liberal left-wing nut jobs in Hollywood. As for the far left...
But that obsession with liberal malfeasance has sometimes led Fox's commentators into the grassy knolls of tinfoil and kooky conspiracy.
Explosive developments in the mysterious murder of former DNC staffer Seth Rich.
Earlier this year, Sean Hannity aggressively peddled unfounded claims that murdered DNC staffer Seth Rich was involved with the WikiLeaks hack.
Now, if true, this could become one of the biggest scandals in American history.
Except it wasn't true. But not until Fox News retracted a bogus report in a direct appeal from Seth Rich's family did Hannity back off. Sort of.
I also promised you, my audience, my loyal audience, that I will not stop investigating.
Fast forward, and Hannity is at it again. This time pushing a theory that Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State, approved a uranium deal with Russia in exchange for donations to the Clinton Foundation.
If you're Hillary Clinton and you're on the left side of the aisle, you should be very worried tonight. And Uranium One and other issues are happening.
Happening for Sean Hannity, but not for Fox's newsroom, leaving Shephard Smith to act as the in-house debunker.
The accusation is predicated on the charge that Secretary Clinton approved the sale. She did not. A committee of 9 evaluated the sale.
So far, Hannity shows no signs of backing down, insisting that Clinton did approve the sale.
Guess what? They also donated millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation. Now, where I come from, that sounds like a quid pro quo.
From where I come from, that sounds more like alternate reality.
Well, when I was there, short term, I was there at Fox News for a year. We had these regular sessions with Roger Ailes and John Moody and all these guys, and you didn't go off the talking points. So clearly, this is the influence of James and Lachlan Murdoch. They're allowing Shep Smith to correct, people that are going off, with these nutty, kooky kind of conspiracy things. I'm actually a little surprised. I'm happy to see it, but it's so funny that the twain don't meet. Like, I would like to know if Sean Hannity and Shep Smith speak. It used to be sort of everybody was on the same page, but clearly they aren't.
Hannity has just gone off the rails. When you say that everybody's...
Glenn Beck. He's like into Glenn Beck territory.
Yeah, but when you say when everybody's stuck to the same talking points, the opinion shows on Fox used to have some veneer of reasonableness to them. O'Reilly's show, Hannity and Combs. I mean, you could watch those shows without feeling like you had to get out your tinfoil hat. Now I think that the Murdoch brothers, perhaps they feel like, okay, Hannity's been a huge ratings leader for us, but if we're going to have any dignity or credibility whatsoever, we've got to let Shep Smith report the news.
Yeah, he went off into one of those It's a Beautiful Mind kind of moments the other night with the charts and the graphs, reminiscent of Glenn Beck, right before he, jumped the shark and got out.
I think that Fox likes this because it does allow that level of credibility. Anytime you have, people complaining about your coverage, you can always point to Shep Smith and say, well, look what he's doing. It also, if you think about it, if your core audience would be the folks who would watch Hannity, and you want to pull in a new audience, then why not pull in that general news person, interest who wants to watch a show that is credible and provides all aspects of the news? So you could in theory pull in a whole new audience just to watch Shep's show. And so I think, look, it's strategic. I don't know that I wouldn't be surprised if both of them don't go across the hall and shake hands. I don't know that, but I think it's all part of their strategy.
Well, if you want to tout your credibility or suggest that you have it, you can point to Shep Smith, you can point to Brett Baer, you can point to Chris Wallace.
Brit Hume.
The way we're talking about this, I think we're talking about it as if it's a fight between two equal factions. And if you have Fox on and watch it for any length of time, we have it on all day long here in GBH along with other channels. I would say that the vast preponderance of content coming out of Fox News is of the Sean Hannity or maybe a little bit softer ilk rather than the hard news, maybe there's something of a conservative bent, but facts are reported out diligently. So I don't see it as an equal fight. And if I had to bet long term where the network is heading, even if the younger Murdochs might personally feel distaste when they look at Sean Hannity and his peers, I think that's what Fox diehard viewers want to watch. So I think that that's the side that's going to win this fight.
I think I would agree with you, and I would suggest that if anything is going to happen, maybe they're reining him in a bit. So
who's he?
Hannity.
Oh.
So you get, listen, you got 24 hours, Roy Moore. Come back with something. Now, he punted when he came back with something, so that didn't quite make sense. But I wondered, that just seems so out of character after he's been building him up, building him up, building him up. I was like, what is that about? So maybe this is their tiny, tiny little rein-in. You can be yourself, tin hat and all, but at some point, come back a little bit. I also think that they have long said we have both. We have commentary and we have news. And so Shep Smith has been, this is not the first time he's distinguished himself. 9/11, I'm thinking. I remember after Katrina. I mean, he's been out there saying, and that was under Ailes. So we have to assume that they really appreciate what he's doing. Now, he's not equal to Hannity in terms of ratings. So at some point that might come to a head. But right now, I'm with Dan. I think there's two different audiences. They can play to both of them. And they're just going to let it go for a while.
No, Shep Smith for years had a newscast at 7 p.m.
Yes.
I think they've moved him to something like 3 in the afternoon to speak to the point of not being equal.
Yeah, he used to be on
anymore.
at 7.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody just the other day that said, I used to like Shep Smith, and I don't know when he's on anymore.
Well, they've rejiggered that lineup.
Yes,
they
many
want
times.
that prime time lineup to be building
Brett
to
Baer is
Hannity.
on at 6.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, but
So
you're right.
anyway.
Yeah, he's hard to find.
Yeah.
Well, they like Shep over there, and I remember
I
he
know.
had gotten into trouble early on with an incident at a live event. Remember that, where he
Yes.
ran his car into someone who was
Yeah.
saving a spot? But ever since then, he has really grown, and someone in that network throughout the all those years have...
Well, there's a backstory there, which I'm not going to tell right now.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Come on, do tell. But he makes a lot of money, so
he does. He's a good guy, too.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.